We don't even know what the hell we're doing.
We're live. It's okay. We're leaving too much gold on the cutting room floor, man.
Well, now I'm going to be way. Now I'm going to be way more conservative. I don't. There's like something about being on video.
Yeah, 100%. I say so many awful things when I'm not on video. But here we are.
Yeah, there's exactly. Let's see. Do you think you can be as?
No, it will not stop me from being crass and a little blue.
Yeah, you're a blue guy.
I am a blue material guy.
All right, should we just start going here or what?
Yeah, let's do this.
I can't see the comments here.
Oh no. It's because there is no comments yet, I don't think.
Right, but usually it looks like the whole interface has changed here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
All right, you ready?
I got some new stuff happening today. All right, let's start with this guy here.
This episode is brought to you by the dGEN Community Network, media for the decentralized generation. If you want to connect or to check out more great NFT and crypto content, go to dgen.network. That's dgen.network.
Let's try this one now.
Hello and welcome to Rekt Podcast Live. I am Bunchu alongside my esteemed colleague and co-host Chamber. Chamber, how you doing, buddy? We are live doing this show today.
It's crazy times, man. It's Friday. We're live. Who knows what can happen? The morning is ours.
Anything can happen. Anything, including a boat. And you know how much we've always wanted a boat.
That's true. that's very true.
That's a Family Guy line for any of the Family Guy folks out there. We don't usually do this show live, so we are excited to bring you live Rekt podcast. We've got the chat going. We are going to be going over. So for those of you who don't know, because obviously we're doing this on the dGEN network stream, so Rekt podcast lives on the dGEN network, but we usually do this show as a podcast, audio podcast only, so you may have not found us in the depths of Apple Podcasts. We decided to bring it to you live today. So we are going to be talking, this is our crypto-focused show. So if you listen to Mint Condition, that is all NFTs all the time. This is our crypto show. We've been doing this show since...
Crypto-ish.
Crypto-ish, yeah. I mean, nothing we really do is anything but nonsense. But
if you like what we do on Mint when it's just kind of us, you'll really like this one.
Because it's just us, and we've been doing this show since 2018. We've done over 300 episodes of Rekt podcast. We've had some incredible guests on over the years, and nobody wants to hang out with us anymore.
And honestly, they keep dying. If we're being 100% honest.
Oh, come on.
We may be the kiss of death.
Actually, you know what? That's true. That is the second. We had one guest who's been on multiple shows pass away. That's the John McAfee, of course. R.I.P. John McAfee. We've then also recently Norm Macdonald. He was never on the show per se, but he was scheduled. Let's put it that way. So unfortunately, R.I.P. Norm. And you and I have been sending Norm Macdonald clips back and forth to each other in the last couple of days, and that's
there are some that are just devastatingly funny, like the one I sent you yesterday.
Oh my god!
When he was on. Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with Seinfeld.
This is ridiculous. I guess
I could I play it?
I would. No.
Oh, I guess it's too offensive. Right.
Yes, but you could.
I could play it. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you could play it, but it is very offensive, so we will not. We will not do that. But anyway, so what's new, man? This is the show. I always joke, like, this show is our diary, right? Like, this is the show that 100%. We just get on and we shoot the shit, and sometimes we talk about crypto in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, I just finished a fight with COVID this week. I feel.
Are you feeling better? You sound better.
I feel I'm like at 80%. I would say I feel pretty good overall. So not awful, not great.
I just realized every time I comment in the chat, it says dGEN Network, and it goes to all of the streaming platforms all at once.
I love it.
But this is actually the first time I've actually been able to comment. They changed their interface here, so like I can actually comment right from.
That's cool.
Chat.
So you can. But you're in as I think you're in as like editor too, right?
Oh, yeah, it does look a lot different. Okay,
yeah, that's probably why.
I see. So we should probably talk just really quick for the NFT crossover about this banner behind me, my green screen here.
Yeah.
This banner was done for us, I guess, like right when we were all starting, like when me and you were starting to get into NFTs about it, I guess over a year ago, right? And one of the good friends of the show. No, I wonder if he even listens to us anymore. I feel like we've
I think he does. In my heart, he does.
I don't know, but Raptor Jesus, who used to be a huge supporter of our show, had created this banner. It's actually like a GIF when you look at it on OpenSea. But he made this for us, and I bought it from him at the time over a year ago when Ethereum was super low.
Like you probably bought it for like $100, right? Like
yeah, I think it was actually like $250.
Okay,
I think it was like $250. Maybe not. Maybe it was like $200. And so I paid 0.25 Ethereum for this banner here, which today is worth much more than that. So shout out to Raptor Jesus, but it's cool and we're gonna use it.
Oh,
and,
absolutely.
So that's funny. Shout out to Jabroni Chode in the chat, because honestly, that's just a great nickname.
Jabroni Chode is a fan. Like, we're a fan of Jabroni Chode.
Yeah, no idea who he is, but it's a great name. You come here with a great nickname. It's going on the screen.
I saw a little Chode the other day picking up my kid from school, like a little tuna can.
Oh, little tuna can.
Oh my! It was. I like to people watch a lot, so I was going to pick up my kid from school, and I see this little, like, he was a little guy too, but like literally just as wide as he was tall. And he comes out and he's like, and he's like, "Mom!" And I look over and his mom's like
also a chode?
Not a chode.
Oh,
like kind of like not like smoking hot, but like like a decent mom. Yeah. And like he runs. He was so happy to see her. Like waddles over, and she's so happy to see him. It was like the cutest thing I ever seen. I'm like, look at that little tuna can. But yeah, no, it's good times. Good times.
Yeah. So you're feeling better. Shall we get into some crypto stuff here?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do this.
Well, why don't you bring up? I don't know if you have it up, but bring up CoinGecko, because the GEC. Bring up the GEC, because that's what we talk about on this show, is the markets here. What I don't like about this is I usually hide stuff from you, like the amount of coins. That's a good point. Like I make you guess things, and we can't do that now. But you're gonna have all the answers.
We'll have to figure out ways to trick me, because I'm easily trickable if we're being honest.
Yeah. Are people still into altcoins? Are those a thing?
I think so.
I don't know. Are they?
Maybe not.
Oh, look at you on dark mode. I don't have mine on dark mode. I'm going to dark mode right now.
If I'm being honest, I just clicked dark mode.
Just for this show.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Okay.
All right, so let's talk. This is the question I ask you every week. How are you feeling about the current state of the crypto market?
I think pretty good. It's not, if you're looking at, there's a lot of red. There's a little bit of green, but it's mostly red on this page here. But I think we're in kind of like that breather moment in time with the market. Like we were really moving for last, I'd say 3 weeks, and we needed some cool off. I think a cool off, a little bit of a retracement's always I think it's always a little bit healthy in the market. So I think that's what we're seeing here. So
what's crazy is, I mean, we talked about this last time, and about how the effect of what's going on in crypto affects NFTs, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel like we're seeing it again, like
right
this week, or starting to feel like NFTs kind of coming back up, and as everything here is cooling off. So I definitely think that there's a correlation here and it's
almost to the same degree too. You know what I mean? Like when crypto was ripping in the last couple of weeks, like we really saw a downturn on NFTs, and then crypto cools off, I would say a little bit, and then we're seeing about the same amount, like a little bit of upturn in NFTs. So it's, like the degree is almost the same. So I think you're right. I think there's definitely a correlation.
I mean, so the quote unquote cool down, right, is not anything to really be that concerned about, I don't think. You got Bitcoin here still up 2% on the 7-day, Ethereum basically flat, Cardano 6% down, Binance 3% down, XRP 3% down. The big one there is Summer of Soul. Is that because summer has ended? We
are in September. I mean, we're getting close to that end of the summer.
Is that why? Is Summer of Soul done?
I don't know if it's done. I think it had the most gains during that time, right? So probably it's going to have the most pullback.
It hit like 210-ish, I think.
what is it now?
138.
Oh yeah, I mean that's pretty rough. I would have hated to be a guy that bought a 210, like a 200 plus Solana.
Yeah, I bought a big chunk at like 100.
Yeah.
So I'm okay still. But I mean, I got rugged on a Solana NFT project for 9 Sol at like 180. So that's disappeared. But I still have a decent amount of Sol. But I think a lot of this downturn in Solana is because, did you see what happened this week with the chain going down?
No. Like the Solana chain?
Yeah, it wasn't working for I don't know.
Bueno.
I think I don't know if it was a whole day, but it was a significant amount of time. See if you could bring up a story on it. I don't know how long it was, but there was definitely something there with how much, or the Solana being down as a chain. I saw lots of chatter on that. So, yeah. So, people were like, oh, is SBF rug pulling us? Who knows? The billionaire rug pull.
That would be the ultimate rug pull.
Yeah. But Solana's here at number 7, down 26%. Polkadot up 13% this week. Now, this one, I don't even know what the fuck this is. Oh, it's AVAX.
Avalanche?
Yeah, Avalanche up 57% this week. What? I don't even know what it is. What is it?
It's it's something.
TFI?
Probably. I see Ledger talking about this one fairly frequently.
Yes, that's why I didn't realize it was called Avalanche. I know it as AVAX because of Ledger, but
so
let's get in here.
If you want to know more about Avalanche,
go watch a Smarter podcast.
Yeah, Ledgercast with Josh and Brian. They're real good, and they'll tell you all about AVAX and Avalanche.
Blazingly fast, low cost, and eco-friendly. That's what it says here. Avalanche is the fastest smart contracts platform in blockchain industry as measured by time to finality. Oh, wow. Ooh. That is an interesting metric.
That's how you know it's the fastest.
Yeah. Time to finality. That's how my wife knows I'm the fastest. Time to finality. Yeah. That's it. That's what they call me.
That's amazing.
Jabroni Chode knows what Avalanche is. Of course he does.
Yeah. So Jabroni Chode, friend of the show, Avalanche's new L1 with bridging. Oh, so this is all the bridging talk I've been hearing about. Everybody's been bridging this week. I was lost in that. I assumed they were. I didn't know what was happening, but I saw a lot of bridge talk.
Is that like the Eiffel Tower?
I don't think the Eiffel Tower is a bridge.
No.
Oh, that Eiffel Tower.
Hey, that's what this show is, people.
That's
Sorry.
right. That's what we're here for.
That's it. So Avalanche.
And if you don't know what the other Eiffel Tower is, I suggest you Google it incognito.
Yeah, it's a building in France.
Yeah.
Or structure. It's not a building. Right?
Yeah, it's like a glorified power line pole to me. Like, really? I mean, that's what it is.
That's really funny. Whoa. Oh, 5 a.m. in the chat here. Whoa, is this live Rekt? It sure
Yes,
is.
sir.
Buddy.
Yes, sir.
And we had your sultry voice on earlier introducing dGEN Network.
I was at half mast first thing this morning, sir.
Ryan's in the chat too, fellow dGEN co-founder. What up, Ryan? It's early for you up there in Arizona.
Where is he? Out west?
Yeah, Arizona. Yeah.
Yeah, go back to bed, man. That's too early.
This is too early.
It's too early for me, and I'm on the East Coast.
And it's almost 10 o'clock. Yeah, but that means it's not even 7 o'clock for him over there. But that's funny. Yeah, Friday, time to get wrecked. We didn't do one last week. We didn't do any shows last week. I think, time is just getting away from us a little bit. It really There's just too much stuff going on. But, all right, so we talked a little bit about the markets. What are you seeing as far as... let's bring up your charts. You're the resident
I got
chartist.
Charts for you, man. I got charts for you.
Let's check out your charts.
Let's see what we got here.
Welcome to Charts with Chamber. We've never been able to actually show the charts live.
They are something wild. So here we got. Let's start with Bitcoin.
Do you have Laker lines going, or
yeah, mostly just yellow. So the purple. So when I had purple, those are usually
too many lines, dude.
It's not too many lines. It works perfectly every time. Look at those things. Look at those lines.
This is too many lines. 5 a.m.'s got to be having a field day he's got to be thinking.
Look at this line right here. Just solid across the board.
Yeah, that's probably the only one you need.
No,
you need that one.
You need them all.
You can't even look at this thing.
Listen, I'm just working at another. working
at another 10,000 levels. This is too many levels.
Zach Galifianakis meme. You know what I mean?
I guess so, man. That one in the middle, though, where price is right now, that actually looks like a pretty solid line all the way across.
Yep.
Though.
So I mean, it looks like we dipped. We busted through it. We dip below it, and now, ideally we see a little support maybe at that 47. But from there, I mean, you're looking at, the basement here, kind of right that 29 range, 30 range that we were before. I think when we were talking, busting above 40, that 39.5 range was a challenge. But you see, we really smoked that over the course of 7 or 8 days.
But that's what I mean. You don't even need that line anymore.
Not anymore. You never know. It might come back into play. So I've erased a lot of stuff under 10. So now we're just playing in this zone here. So, but I think honestly, rate at the 58 is the next really major resistance level, I think. So we got to 52 and change. Saw resistance, saw a big pullback. Went as far down as 42. Reversed, and I think we see support here. We could take that next step, you know what I mean? Recapture 52, and then get into that 58 range. I think that's where it goes from there.
So overall, sounds like you're still in bull mode.
So I think so. This stuff down here. Can you see my arrow when I'm circling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this stuff down here, this is that's what was giving me a bit more pause before. When you're just kind of chopping downwards. Now, some people might call that a bull flag. I'm not sure. Some smarter people.
Some people might call it that. I'm not sure who those people are, but
some people might. But I don't know. To me, that was giving me a bit more pause. But as you can see here, once we hit that 29, 29.8, 29.5 range. We really took off. The sentiment started to change, and once sentiment starts to change, that's when we really start to see real big moves. So I think here we're just taking a little bit of a breather. We might chop here for a little bit. My guess is probably between.
So what do you think? Yeah, I was going to say that spot right there where you have it, and then the range high above that is probably the chop, right?
That's the chop area right here.
So what's that range?
43.5 to 52.
That seems about right.
Right. So probably, we might be here till the end of the month. And then, like I said, Q4, typically always good for Bitcoin. So that's where we could maybe recapture that, that 58. And then once we're past, 60, 65, then it's who knows where we go. But
you keep saying that. I think your target's like 180,000 from there.
I mean, realistically, I think it is. I think you're right. I think it is about 180 grand. But I still think we're seeing a new all-time high this year.
You do?
I think so.
All right, call your shot.
What it's going to be? It's going to be.
Call your shot.
Like how much is it going to?
Yeah. Oh, there's no where we're going. There are no lines.
There are no roads, man. There are no roads. Fudge. Like 100K is going to be. What do you call that?
You should probably call it like
let's put a
99. Yeah, it's the psychological barrier, right? Like
we're gonna put a purple line right there.
I can't wait now that I can screenshot all of this stuff and just send it to you, and you're totally wrong. Want to be trading LFG 170K. I think this is probably the time in the show you should put up the not financial advice.
Listen, all the cowards out there saying not financial advice. I have yet to see anybody get in trouble for giving out financial advice. I've been in this space for a long time now. Technically, this is. I mean, if you want to be that dumb and take my words as financial advice, I'm pretty sure you don't know how to get a lawyer or write. Or probably write an email to a lawyer or use a phone to call a lawyer. So I'm taking in consideration how dumb you'd have to be to take my advice as financial advice. So
H Bishop, best TA he's seen in a while.
Look at that! I love it.
I mean it's just dripping. That G-Vol is dripping with sarcasm.
I don't know. See, I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing a lot of honesty in that. So
I like this comment from 5 a.m. 100K would be nice. Ledger would say run the fibs. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I know what it is. I don't know how to do that though. That's for a real chartist to do.
Yeah, well, I just don't know where to put the base ever. Like on
I never know. Fibs. I never know. My guess would be at 29, but that's a total guess. I think you do it
just because you like the number.
I think that's the local bottom.
Oh wow!
I think that's where you put the base.
I got an ad in my email for local bottoms the other day. I didn't know what to do with it. Yeah,
find your local bottom.
find local bottoms near you. I was like, wow, I have a chart for this.
Wow, look at that.
It's like,
where do you run your fibs?
Yeah, exactly.
Here's Ethereum. Here's Ethereum. A few less lines. So
wow, less lines. Like this is okay. This is much cleaner here. Let's go through Ethereum real quick.
But there could be so many more lines if I really wanted.
Yeah, but you don't need them.
Yeah, I think here we're looking at something similar. This is ETH BTC, not ETH USD. That's
why there's not as much lines.
Yeah, this is looking pretty strong. I think we're going to see. We haven't seen that.
There should be I feel like there's a line in the making right there where this little dip is.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah, that's a line in the making, baby.
Let's put one in there. Let's put one right.
Ray Finkel wants to know our thoughts on SLP or XRP.
Oh. My thought is no.
we are notoriously,
laces out, Ray. Laces out.
Yeah, we are notoriously not XRP fans. We could probably chart some XLP. I keep saying SLP because my mind is on.
I have SLP ready to chart.
Oh, you do? Come on, let's chart some SLP.
XRP. I don't know. I'm sure there's a move to make there. I don't know what the chart looks like, and to put all
not one that I pay attention to at all ever because I fundamentally do not support XRP.
Here's one for our boy. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, look at these.
What is that? That's so many.
A lot of action happening here. A lot of action happening.
Is this SLP?
Yeah, this is Ray. This is for 5 a.m. This is
no, come on.
So purple is my buy zones.
Okay.
Yeah,
so now we're getting into what these actual lines mean.
Yeah. So purple's usually my buy zones. So you can see I bought a whole bunch down here, and I was underwater on these buys for a long time. So I think I bought these like way back here, and then bought a whole bunch down here, and so it's looking much better. I think Ray has some more legs too. Obviously, we're seeing a big pullback, but we saw a big move up. I think all-time high for Ray is 100% coming. That I think that's going to be a no-brainer. FTT, same thing. FTT went into all-time high territory here. But SLP,
so you'd be looking for that pullback on that other one.
Look at that SLP USDT, man. But it's bouncing. Look at that volume right there, man. Look at that nice volume candle right here.
Yeah, like that 8 cent range looks like a step in range.
It's not I would be involved here. I would be involved here if I was trading.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Like that, you can also go right to hell. SLP US or ETH is kind of in no man's land a little bit. But again, I think this is like if you look at past moves similar to that, move here kind of has a similar pattern here. Like I don't know, good news. Like this is the type of project that any sort of positive news will make this go ballistic. So.
I think there's a lot of mechanics that SLP like Axie can pull to do it whenever they want. There was this interesting thread that came out the other day that basically said from one of the developers that said, we can kind of do whatever we want with SLP anytime we want, but our network's not ready for it. So just chill for a little bit.
Right. Exactly. So honestly, like this is not a bad, like I said, probably not a bad buy area. If you look at the whole history of SLP.
So it's funny because I've actually been looking at keeping some of my holdings in SLP and not changing it to ETH because it's at that spot. You know what I mean?
Totally. I can see that.
Soul Cycles Wannabe Trading says Soul, FTT, Ray, the holy trinity of
I love it.
So what other bags are you holding at this point? Any?
I think the only one... Did we do Serum is the only other one right now, and Serum had a nice little run. I think I sold some in this area here. Once I saw everything starting to pull back a little bit, but that's it. Just mostly FTX stuff. Nothing really. I wish honestly I've been paying a little closer attention. I mean, like this is not going to sound great, but how I buy my alt bags, probably like many of you, is I look at chatter on Twitter. And if there's a lot of chatter on Twitter, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to, see where the price action is, see where the chart, see what the chart's looking like. But I wish I got in on AVAX. I think that was an opportunity to be had. I'm probably not going to get into it at the moment, but that was one. I think that was a good opportunity. I'm starting to. I was really last few months just obviously really into, NFTs and really putting my focus there. But I still have to. I have to kind of pivot back a little bit and keep my eye on some opportunities in altcoins.
Yeah, because I'm in the same boat. Like I haven't paid attention to alts at all. Like at all. Really.
At all?
not at alt. Exactly. Like I've been just hard into JPEGs. So that's basically been my life lately. So
well, actually, can you before we get into the news?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about what you've been doing with NFTs?
Oh yeah, you could bring up the website. That's cool. The website is live. The website is live and it looks pretty good. NFTRedZone.io.
NFT Redzone. I love it. I love it. .io.
.io. Yeah.
Big fan of .ios.
.eio was taken. I mean, I wish there was an old McDonald NFT that could be .eio.
That's funny.
5 a.m. says Serum's got some potential.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Serum. That's kind of the last one out of the FTT, bunch. I think that'll go. There we go. I couldn't spell properly. As
.io is
yeah,
tricky.
no, I couldn't stop thinking it.
You put .oi.
Oi. Let's see what I got here. Is this it here? Did I get the right one?
That is it.
I love it. This is good website, man.
Yeah. Remember our boy Sid.
I knew it. That, you know what? The guy's a pro. The guy's a pro's pro.
So Sid, shout out to Sid who built our dGEN network website. So NFT Red Zone is a project that I am working on with a couple of the other people from dGEN, one of the co-founders, one of our contributors. We are launching this NFT project next Tuesday. We have a whitelist going on right now. So the whitelist is open till Sunday. It's a really cool project. So it's actually built around a fantasy football league. So it's actually kind of like fantasy football, which is pretty crazy to think about. So we took 16 of the top NFT communities out there. So like VFriends, Gutter Cats, Bored Apes all have a team that they're represented either by their founders or like a prominent community member or community lead, and they're playing fantasy football. So we all drafted a team, and this idea came about where, okay, well, how do we kind of reward the communities of these teams with some kind of game, right? And inside of our fantasy league. So came up with this concept where we're releasing these trading cards that each represent a different team in the league. So you see here like the Cannabis Club, the Koala Agency.
Is this Cannabis Club here? I don't have any of these, and I should. I like these.
You need to get those. Those are right up your alley, actually. But so the idea here is 450 tokens per team, right? So all 16 teams. Yep. So a total of 7,216 tokens. And then basically, if you scroll down to the how it works, is one of the cool things about this is we're not taking any of the mint, like for ourselves to put in our pockets or anything. So 97%, so that 3% is what the devs, cost to actually get this thing up. And so 97% is going back into buying prizes from these communities to give away to the league, right? So basically how it works, you're going to mint a random set of cards or card, and that will be correspondent to one of the teams in the league, right? And then each week we will have a spotlight matchup. So for example, Koalas versus Cannabis Club. And if you're holding the card of that winning team, you'll be eligible for the prize airdrops, right? So if this sells out and we get the amount that we think we would on the price and all that, we'll have about 25 ETH in prizes a week that's going to go back to these communities. So what's really cool about that, if you're one of these community members, is that means we're buying up the floors, right? So like we're going to go and 17 to 25 ETH buys a lot of goats, you know what I mean? So right. that floor may double or triple, quite honestly, when we go in and buy stuff. So if you're in a community like that, it's really beneficial. But plus, there's so much cool like game theory things. So in addition to the weekly spotlight matchup, there'll also be prizes if you're holding the card of the highest scoring team in the league. So that's where like some of this really interesting game theory comes in of, people looking ahead to matchups and what teams have the most potential to score high each week and things like that. There will also be like prop challenges. So, for example, hold the team card of the highest scoring wide receiver in the league and you'll win a prize. So that gives you down to like player matchups and who could have the best week from a player perspective. And then, so there's a ton of different ways you can earn here and earn these prizes. The grand prize, if you are holding the card of the championship winner of the league, so say you're holding, I represent Team dGEN, say you're holding a dGEN card and I win the league. Yeah. One person holding a dGEN card is going to win a Bored Ape, which is a massive prize. I mean,
that's bananas,
I think a floorboard ape is like 150 grand. So the whole idea is to make this like a really big high stakes fantasy league with like participation from all these communities, and really kind of buy, sell, and trade your way into setting yourself up for a lot of these prizes. We actually did the calculation on probabilities for the cards and all of that, and they're actually positive EV NFTs, right? So like you're buying these cards and you have very positive probabilities to actually win prizes each week. So there's going to be a lot of strategies that come about on collecting cards and all of that. Each card has a different rarity tier, right? So there's 7 different rarities. You can go down a little on this too. Oh, but you're on a good spot. So this is an example of prizes. So I don't know if people can read that. You might want to read it to them.
Yeah. So we got week 3, which is what, next week?
Yeah, next week.
Okay. So next week we have, you guys are giving away 71 Royal Society players cards and 2 mutant apes. Those are the 2 teams playing each other. I'm assuming the Bored Apes versus Royal Society players.
Yep. And so if you're holding one of those cards, you will be eligible for all of those prizes, right? So
that's insane. Man, like not for nothing. Like obviously we want to pump our own bags. And I want to pump your project. But like this is for real. I was listening to The Mint Condition yesterday because I'm an absolute narcissist. And I was just listening to you guys going over the project again. And like everybody's putting out NFT projects is always trying to come up with something new. And you guys, honestly, it's genius because what you did is you took the best projects that were out there. So that already had all the cachet that you needed. Bored Apes, we got the cats, we got goats, we got RSOP, like we got everybody. So you're using their fan base and their, their communities, but also on top of that, adding so much value, like giving away, what do we say?
That's 20? What I mean. Like go look at the goats section, like
25 ETH. Like per week,
yeah, 180 goats you would buy with that. So like the massive impact that has on like the floor prices of these communities, like it's really a win-win-win for everybody involved, right? So and
it's so genius, man. Like it's honestly like not for nothing. Like if I didn't know you and I didn't know anybody like involved with it, like this would be such a big brain alpha move. Like it's so awesome. Like I'm so pumped.
So and then there's also like I mentioned, like each of these cards has a different rarity tier. So if you go down, you can see the cards a little, like what the card breakdown is.
Okay.
So
look further down here.
Right there, right? Yeah. So go down a little more right there, the card tiers. So there's the head coach card. There's only 16 of those in existence, right? So those are kind of like the trump card. If you have a head coach card, you are eligible for every single drawing, both the spotlight matchup and the highest score of the week. So if you hold a head coach card, you're sitting pretty, and you don't have to really do anything. You're eligible for every drawing, right? So and then the next is the slabbed cards, which look like if you go down, I think there's an example.
There's an example there. Oh, like the
so.
one.
Yeah. Right there. So like that's a slabbed card in what looks like the graded PSA slab. But so there's only, you can go back up now. I just wanted to show so there's only one of those per tier per team. So that turns out to 1%. What the slab cards are, they act as a multiplier. So
right,
if you have whatever tier you have, it's a 2x multiplier of your chances to win, right? So
now are the slab cards only QBs?
No, so there's a slab card for every tier per team. So
I could get a slab coach?
All the coaches will be slabbed, but you don't have a multiplier on those because you're already in.
A slab coach
right?
would be insane.
Slabbed coach would be insane, but that one doesn't have a multiplier because you're already in on every, right? So, but a slabbed QB, which is worth, but a QB on its own is worth 5 entries, right? A slabbed QB would be worth 10. So that's really a valuable card, right? The running back is worth 4 on its own. A slabbed running back would be worth 8, right? So, that's kind of it. And so the flex is worth 1, tight end 2, wide receiver 3.
What's a flex?
So flex is a fantasy football term. So
okay, it's not a position in football. I'm like, I don't know that one.
No, it's a fantasy football position, and what it means is you could put either a running back, wide receiver, or tight end in that spot, like on your roster. So it gives you flexibility to choose who you want to play in that spot, right?
My Canadian was showing there for a minute.
That's what I mean. You have to play fantasy football to know what a flex is, I guess. But that's cool. And so that's the rarity tiers. The other cool mechanism here is we're actually introducing a burn mechanism as well. So
this is awesome too.
So say, for example, one of these teams is shit or has a total injury-prone season and their team is in shambles. They might not make the playoffs, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And so in order to protect against that, we are putting in a mechanism where you can actually choose to burn your card. And the card, if you burn it, up to the first 1,400 that are burnt, you'll actually get a full refund on your mint price. So that protects you from, either a bad manager or shitty injury luck or whatever like that. So you can choose to burn your card. Now, there's a game theory involved there where if a bunch of people are burning, say, the dGEN card because I suck as a manager, and all of a sudden I pop off for 3 straight high-scoring weeks, well, my 450 card pool might now be 200. And so because people burned them.
Good point.
So you would have a higher chance of winning those giveaways, right? So there is a little game theory there on do I burn it, do I not? Plus, everything that we do with this project going forward, meaning if it's NFL playoffs, if it's the Masters, if it's March Madness, if it's something like that, all of these Genesis cards will be mint passes. So, it might give you incentive to keep the card because they will be worth something in the future because it will serve as a mint pass for any other projects that we do here. I think they're also, since we are tied to dGEN Network, it's also going to be a mint pass for whatever dGEN Network puts out as their official first project. So whatever we decide to do as our first project, you can use these cards as your mint pass as well.
Cool.
So pretty cool. Somebody said how much. So they're going to be 0.07 ETH per card. So it's a touchdown, 7 points, right? So 0.07 ETH. The whitelist is available now until Sunday. We're actually, check out our little roadmap here.
I love it.
You're watching the game. That our boy Sid, man.
Remember when we used to grade websites for ICOs and stuff?
Yeah. Does this pass the test?
Oh, A+, man. A+.
Nice. All right, cool. And then what was I saying? Oh, so the whitelist. So as of this morning, the whitelist is open till Sunday. As of this morning, we're at 45% of the estimated supply already accounted for in the whitelist. So we're making some headway there as far as the demand. So
there's a max, right? I signed up for the whitelist, obviously. Was there a 20 limit?
20 limit on the whitelist. Okay. And then on the public sale, it's 20 per transaction.
Okay. So I can get my 20 in the whitelist and then go back.
And then go buy 60. Yeah, if you wanted to, yes.
I got to get a lot of slabs and a lot of head coaches.
So honestly, if people are sleeping on this project and it comes out and you can get a slabbed card for less than an ETH, a head coach card for less than an ETH, I would be all over that. Because you're in every single drawing. There's no way you won't win something of value there, right? And you automatically are in a 1 of 451 for the final drawing as well. H Bishop says he just applied for the whitelist. That's awesome. Thank you, man. But Ryan says, are the card tiers randomly given out when you buy one, or do you buy the tier level you want? Nope, they are all random mints. So just like a generative project, right, where you could end up with the best card, it's all the same price, and you're going to get a randomized card there. So that's how that will work. So you could pay 0.07 and end up with a head coach card, and obviously.
And again, head coach card. Just to kind of hammer this point, you're in every single draw, or like every single
draw. And so the total amount of ETH that we're buying in prizes between the Bored Ape and then the weekly prizes is 490 ETH worth, right?
And you're in
so
every single one of those. Like it's bonkers. Like I was listening to, I was freaking out yesterday. I'm like, we need to talk about this more.
I mean, honestly, the biggest thing is awareness, right? Because it's a really cool project. We're giving basically the entire thing back to the community as far as what we're minting from, and I think it's a really cool way to bring all these communities together in the NFT space, even if you're not part of any of these other NFT communities and just into fantasy football. It's a game within the game, right? So it's really fun.
You could be like me. I'm not into any of the communities or into fantasy football, but I do like getting NFTs and flipping them.
Yeah, well, absolutely, no joke. And the thing with that, there's strategy here too. Like really, you could also decide, Chamber, that, I'll just collect one of all 16 teams,
right,
and I'm in basically every drawing, right? So that you could do it that way as well. If you go one flex card for every team, that'll probably get you in every drawing the closest, right, without actually having to execute any strategy, right? Like just buy and hold, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of interesting things that are going to happen with this one. And like I said, it's not just going to be fantasy football. Like the next thing will be NFL playoffs, March Madness. We're already thinking of some really cool stuff with March Madness that we can do, the Masters, all kinds of cool stuff like that. So if you're into sports, this is a very cool project for you to check out. Come hop in our Discord. It's really fun. It's very dGEN-ish. A lot of betting going on.
I got a message, Sid. This has got to be even here.
I kind of like them uneven.
Do you? Okay, all right.
Yeah, I kind of like them like that. I kind of like them like that. But anyway,
awesome. No, you guys are killing it. Also, too, some of the you have some pretty high profile managers or team managers that you're dealing with as well.
Like Gary V's team is in.
Right?
We got Des Bryant, NFL player from Personal Corner Project. So
PC Corner.
Yeah, caught a lot of cool stuff. So thanks for letting me explain that a little bit.
Yeah, no, man. I've been super impressed with it, and I honestly think it's just better than everything that I've seen in the last little bit. So
it's cool. We couldn't do it without these communities. Right. Without you and without these communities, right? Because that's the attraction, right? Rep your squad and play the game during it, right?
It's like I said, man, this is big brain stuff. That's a big brain move. You don't have to create your own animal club. You know what I mean?
H. Bishop says he needs to get his head around it. There's a lot of different ways you can play, man. It's honestly, even just mint and hold will get you in a good position too. 100%. Jump in the Discord and we can kind of walk you through answer any other questions that you have for sure. So that's it. Should we get to some news?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We don't have the drops. I don't have my drops.
I know. I was thinking how you're going to do that. So
news.
Let's get to the news. All right, I have the first one. I'm doing the first one. Are you actually going to bring up the articles?
I can bring them up. Yeah. Which one are you doing?
The NFT one.
Is that
just
the
because
one? Yeah. The Pinata
no, the Kia one.
Oh shoot! Did you drop it in?
I dropped it in the Discord. Yeah.
1 second. Don't start yet. This is why we edit. Actually, we don't edit that much.
We actually don't edit.
All right, here it comes. This is a good one, actually.
This is just hilarious. Kia Sedona NFT sale goes belly up as the contractor allegedly runs off with $3 million. So there have been all sorts of swindles and scams, rug pulls, with NFTs. This was a sale. A group of 10 anonymous individuals were behind this sale and created a jazzy website and branded it JPEG's Automart. Like, quote unquote, Jay Pegs Auto Mart. It was not affiliated with the car manufacturer in any way. The sale was for DONA reservation tokens, DONA. They could be purchased on SushiSwap and Misho. Each DONA token purchased in the sale could be swapped for one 2007 Kia Sedona NFT out of a possible 10,000. The token sale went well. It raised 864 ETH.
For real?
Worth $3. Dude, if I don't sell this fucking project out, I am a failure. I usually be selling Kia Sedona tokens. I mean, really, 864 ETH. These Dona tokens raised, worth 3.1 million. But the anonymous team of shadowy super coders didn't expect to happen. All the funds were whisked away. So an anonymous contractor inserted malicious code into the platform, changing the destination addresses for all the incoming funds. So they got rug pulled by one of the contractors, which sucks. That sucks. So imagine that, right? Like you go and hire somebody to write your code that you don't know, and they just change the wallet address.
Right?
That's what happened, right?
That's tough, man. That's tough.
On the plus side, JPEG's Automart Twitter account, rest assured that the buyers, even though they didn't raise any money, will still be handing out Kia Sedona NFTs. Actually, there's an update here. Blockchain transactions show that 800 of the 864 ETH have actually been returned.
Okay.
Interesting. So this guy just took it. It just took 64 ETH.
That
he was
seems
probably like,
fair,
he's probably like, I could take it all, or
we've seen this before, where people, just take what they need and return the rest.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and it's very admirable.
Of course, right? Exactly. It's insane. I won't be buying any Dona tokens.
No donuts?
No donuts.
I'm more of a Hyundai guy myself.
Yeah, Kia's fine. It's a very, usable.
What do you
car.
like? Are you like an American car guy? Are you?
I drive a Nissan. Nissan Murano.
I used to work for Nissan. I used to sell Nissan stuff.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Look at you.
Big fan.
I drive a Nissan Murano myself.
Ooh.
Yeah,
making that NFT money.
No, the next upgrade will be the Pathfinder. If I start making some NFT money. I got
Hyundais because I think it's the closest dealership to my house. I just go in proximity.
Yeah.
And like they give me like a super long warranty, so it's fine. But
I
saw the new Ford Expedition, and that thing is like a fucking yacht, man. I'm like, I gotta get me one of those. I feel manufacturers aren't making those super huge trucks anymore like they used to. That new Ford one is massive. That's what I need. I need an offensively large vehicle. Like I want people to be upset when they see me coming down the road.
You're an offensively large individual.
I sure am. And I need a vehicle to match my offensiveness.
That's funny, man. Cool. What do we got next?
I don't know what we have next. Let's go with let's do some real crypto stuff here. I have one. Who wrote this one? Let's see here. I have one. So it's about Fidelity Digital. This is from NK Manoilov. I don't know. Where's Yogita? I'm a little upset.
I don't think we have any Yogitas
this week
today. Yeah, no Yogitas today.
So Fidelity Digital Assets find 90% of surveyed investors find digital assets appealing. I mean, what's that 10%? Like over 75 demographic. Of course,
digital assets. Hi.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of, I have to send you. I found a TikTok yesterday. I'll send you occasional TikToks once in a while. I found one. Did you know that in The Simpsons when Abe is like, he's telling that super long story about like, I used a onion as a belt buckle, which was the style at the time kind of thing. And so this guy got the words tattooed from basically the bottom of his ass cheek to his ankle. And it's It's got to be 8-9 sentences
From
long.
the Simpsons?
It's amazing. I'll send it to you later. It's wild. I'm like, oh, this guy's committed. All right.
The digital asset.
So that 10% is probably that demographic. So Fidelity Assets, the crypto-focused wing of global asset manager Fidelity, has published the results of the survey that interviewed 1,100 investors across the globe. The study surveyed 408 Americans, 299 Asians, 393 European investors on their investments behavior and view of digital assets such as cryptocurrency. Of the survey participants, 312 were financial advisors and 302 were high net worth investors. I feel like I'd be in that 302 range. As for the report, 90% of the surveyed investors...
Not high like weed, dude.
Sorry. Not high like weed?
No.
Fudge. Never mind then. Like high, like
rich, like high. Right.
As for the report, 90% of the surveyed investors found digital assets appealing, particularly for their high potential upside. 8 in 10 also felt digital assets could belong in a portfolio. So 8 in 10 is 80% for those of you at home listening. For the barrier halting widespread adoption of digital assets, 54% of investors said that price volatility created a 44% noted lack of fundamentals to gauge their proper value. Overall, 52% of the surveyed investors said they have invested in digital assets, so 52 are already in, with Asian and European investors more likely to do so than those based in the U.S. The market conditions of 2020 following the COVID-19 pandemic pushed investors towards digital assets, according to the report, as it had also pressured central banks to adopt central bank digital currencies and piqued the federal government interest in blockchain technology. So interesting. Yes, I mean that's your mass adoption right there. 90% of these are real investors, not people like you and me, and they're thinking 90% of them are feeling that digital assets are at least appealing, right? So and a good chunk of them want them as a part of their portfolio.
Yeah.
It's good times. Good time. I mean, it's a matter of time. We're probably still a few years away from, it being an obvious, portion of your portfolio across the board. I talk to my financial advisor fairly frequently, and he's,
is he allowed to provide financial advice?
He is allowed to provide financial advice.
What's his Twitter handle? Let's find out.
Let's see how legit he actually is. What's your crypto? What's your
non-crypto handle? Otherwise, you're not allowed to advise me on anything.
Right. So he's he's a little older, and he's probably in his mid 40s, I would guess. He's kind of like your typical, typical kind of individual when it comes to finances.
Yeah, sure. Mutual funds.
Right. But he loves the idea that I'm taking care of that side of it. And I just sent him money, once a month.
I'm sure he loves that.
That's great. This is great stuff. Keep doing that.
What's Axie Infinity? Just keep paying me every 2 weeks. Whatever.
Yeah, Axie Infinity. If it lasts for an infinity, that's even better.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's he's wrapping his head around it and finding he helped me find an accountant that could help with the crypto side. And that guy's actually pretty bright guy, older guy too. Like the accountant, I think he's in his maybe late 50s, early 60s, and he's 100% in on crypto. Nice. So yeah, it's good to have these people.
I hope you don't get rugged like the Kia Sedona guys.
Well, he did say a Sedona would be the best investment.
I mean, it's roomy. It's so roomy.
It is 7-passenger, 4 captain seats. It's great.
And you're like, this does sound great. Like, what's the APY on a Kia Sedona?
No kidding.
That's funny.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, we've been going about an hour. Should we wrap this thing up?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, I mean, it's always fun doing Rekt, and I had a great time doing it live. So should we plan on doing more of these on
Friday
mornings?
So. You never know when they could happen. Yeah, Friday morning's probably a good time.
Yeah, Rekt podcast is kind of like a stealth drop. We just kind of do it whenever we can.
Whenever the mood tickles us.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I think we should do more live ones if we can, because I paid a lot of money for this background.
Like a lot of money.
Like way too much money for this background. You better tag Raptor Jesus in this one.
I will.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while. So
shout out.
But that's going to do it for us today. Until next time, don't get wrecked. And that is financial advice.